Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of From Red to Black. Glad I didn't bore you too much in the first video if this is you coming back. If not, then welcome and check out the first video. It was my first ever one, so probably a bit boring, but I'll get better as they go along. As you can see here then, this is the second season of the Blue Square Premiership, which clearly went a lot better than the first one. We won the league with 93 points, topped the league by 4. Scored the most goals and conceded the second least in the division. Only lost 7 games with an impressive 27 victories. It was only our draws really that stopped us from breaking through the 100 points barrier. We couldn't turn enough of those draws into wins. Okay then guys, here's the fixtures for that season. As you can see, the pre-season didn't go very well, only picking up 1 victory against MK Dons. A very poor defeat against Hensford, and we lost at home to Notts County, which was expected really. And Bedworth, one of our little feeder clubs really, we drew 0-0 with. As you can see, we started very well. It took until the Kidderminster away game for us to register our first defeat, and then we lost 2 on the bounce, with Tamworth, our local rivals, beating us 3-1 again there. They beat us 3-0 the season before, if you saw the first video, in only our second game in the division. As I said, it was another season where we did well in the cup competitions. If I can just scroll down there, you see we opened in the fourth qualifier round, to Bury Town, beating them 4-2. First round of the FA Cup, that was a decent ding-dong battle. Let me just unselect that first one and we'll have a look at the game. Let me just get rid of that first one. Always catches me out, that. As you can see here, 4-2 we beat them. We did well. Paddy Kanyuka got one, and Rory Walker got the other. Got one, and David Yeboah, who, if you follow me tweets at the minute, has recently just gone to Premier League Wigan on my recent activity. And then if we have a look at the next round of the FA Cup, you can see there that we drew 2-2 at home with Cheltenham. Scott Bromley, who's just recently joined Bolton on my save, follow me on Twitter, and Rory Walker with another one. Rory's an interesting one. I've forgotten about him when chatting on Twitter. He went on to join Manchester United, and in his first season there he did very, very well. I think he finished top goal scorer from the wing. But they built such a team. They had the Gareth Bale, Djokovic, and many players in that team that were wonder kids and world class players. And they actually, I think at one point they went 3 games in a row where they scored double figures. So he didn't find it hard to get goals in that Man United team. Anyway, back to the fixtures. You can see Cheltenham, we beat them in the replay 2-1 at their place. You have to ignore this here. It seems to have trouble at the moment, this skin, I've noticed, putting the scores the right way round, so just ignore that there. Mark Gilbert, who's I think he's subsequently been released after a few seasons at the club, got the first, and Martin Lawless, who's still with us. I'm expecting to sell him to a Championship Premiership club in the near future, getting the winners for us. You can see the FA Trophy just creeping in here, which we had a decent run in, beating St Notes in the replay of the first round there. I won't go through that one too much. You can see here though, Northampton from League 1 they were at the time. We beat them 2-1 with 10 men. Paul Morley, who is now my one of my leading centre-backs. This is actually my centre-back parent at the minute, and Jason McMahon's still my right-back. Ricky Fletcher got one, and Martin Lawless coming off the bench to get the other one there. So we beat them 2-1 our place, which, as you can see, if you look a bit further down, gave us this fantastic home tie against the mighty Arsenal. It was a sellout. Paddy Kanyuka got a goal and went off injured. It was an own goal, I believe, that one, was it? It's showing up that we've scored 2 goals here, but I don't think we had. That one was the own goal, I believe, from Paddy Kanyuka, and Mark Gilbert got the other one. I remember it well. It was a long range effort. Maybe towards the end of the show I'll show you a couple of these cup highlights. I might download a few to the YouTube page. And then quickly moving on, we carried on our tradition of last season of doing well in the FA Trophy, beating Southport 5-1 and Kidderminster 3-2, which moved us on into the FA Trophy semi-final first leg, which was a 2-0 win over York. We beat them 2-0 at home as well, which was a fantastic result for us, which took us on to the final. It wasn't as easy as the one the year before. The one the year before was a right ding-dong battle. But you know, we managed to beat Salisbury on penalties in front of 19,000 at Wembley, which I believe subsequently was Rory Walker's final game for us. Coincidentally, just a bit of background knowledge on him. His first game for us was the FA Trophy final in the first video. When we beat Dagenham 2-0, so in a year he won 2 trophies with us before moving on. He also obviously won the league title as well. Okay, so these are the first season in the Blue Square Premiership's transfers. Quite a few free transfers, as you can see. Free transfers and loans. Sean Jeffers from Coventry did well for us on loan. Brendan Daniels came from Crewe. As you can see, he's retired now. I released him the very same season. He just didn't hit it off for me, to be honest. Lee Burge, Jack Finch, Ellie Bacco, Jordan Forrester, Ryan Quinn all came in from Coventry. The usual releases from Coventry came in. Some of them did well, some of them didn't. I think they're all released now. I don't think any of them are at the club. And Marlon Brooms, who's retired now, I had him on loan. He didn't really do a lot for me, to be honest. I just needed the backup. Gaz Dean came from the Nuneaton Town after being released. Will Hatfield had a good season for me on loan there. I did offer him the chance to join full time later on that season, but he chose to go somewhere else. Ini Young, I've signed him on previous Football Manager games. Norman does well. He came in for 10 grand and was a total flop. And ended up being let go. I think I sold him the season after, or a couple of seasons later. Keith Lowe, fantastic loan signing, went to Mansfield permanently instead of us. Kevin Kranz, who I got on loan, was a waste of space. And Emmanuel Oyeleke was fantastic for me. I wanted to sign him, but he went elsewhere. The players to leave: Lewis Rankin went off to better himself in the Irish Premier League. Played a few Champions League games over there, and unfortunately didn't get any money for him. But he, in my most recent times, is in my team again. He came back on a free transfer. His agent approached me, saying that he wanted to come back, so I took him. So yeah, that was a sort of going around in a circle really. But you know, he's not my first choice left back now. But I'm always open to former players coming back that have moved on. It's something I like to do. The season after, the biggest regret I have was releasing this man. He now plays for Sheffield Wednesday. He left us in the first season in the League 2, I think. He now plays for Sheffield Wednesday. He's got a cracking rating. He's going to go on to do well for them, I think. He just couldn't get into my team, and I didn't really want him, you know, rotting around in my reserves and youth team. The other 2 guys came in on loan, not much to shout about for them. Kanjo, he only played 1 game for me and then requested his loan be terminated. So I thought, stuff you mad little git, and got rid of him. As you can see, Quinn, Dean, Collie, and Burge and Forrester, the Coventry guys, were let go. Sorry, Dean was from the Nuneaton, but they were let go. Ini Ehyong went out on loan because he wasn't doing anything. Jack Collier was my first ever youth player to play in the first team. Started off well, but Bond after that. He's retired now, and the rest of the others are just free transfer players that have come in and gone. Apart from Sam Wilson, he came in as a free, scored 15 goals for me in his first season, and then never scored again. He's hiding a few of his attributes now, but he's even in their reserves now, so his career's gone right down the pan. Anyway guys, that's the second video out the way. We'll go into the third one shortly, but thanks for watching. Subscribe if you can, leave some comments if you liked it. If you didn't, then please don't slate me. Thanks very much guys, take it easy and we'll see you soon.